Are you tired? Are you stressed out? Are you overwhelmed? Are you just doing too much as a business owner? One of the most common complaints I hear from business owners is that they are so tired of doing it all. And I'm not talking about the business owners without a team. I'm talking about business owners that already have a team, whether that's employees that work directly for them or subcontractors or just people that do work to help them do their business. I'm talking about business owners who have team and are still feeling like they are doing all of the heavy lifting. If this is you, this video was designed with you in mind. I want to talk to you today about capacity and how to build capacity in your business. So often how we get into business is the root of the problem here. We see people who are so talented with a specific skill set and they take that to market, and that's amazing. That's really exciting. So if you're in a business that's driven by a passion or a skill, I'm thinking of people like painters, web designers, architects, the whole gamut. But if you got into business because you were really good at something and you're building a business around that, let me just say that there's more of a chance that you're going to struggle with the capacity issue than others. But it doesn't have to be that way. And maybe you didn't get into business because you had a special skill set or a passion. That would be me. I got into business because I'm a second generation business owner now, but I still had to confront that capacity issue head on because I was running around the dealership doing so much work, watching others watch me. And they would say, oh wow, look at her, she's a hard worker. I started to become resentful. Of those people, and that just wasn't fair, and that was really only part of the story, because what was happening is they were doing their best and they were doing what was asked of them. I wasn't giving them the opportunity to do more, and I was holding them back from performing at their best. Because here's what I believe about people in teams. Everybody comes to work to do a good job, and they want to leave at the end of the day feeling fulfilled. And a key to helping your team feel fulfilled is getting them to work hard, to build their skill set, and to challenge them. And so if you're struggling with the capacity issue, you might also be struggling with unfulfilled team members. So the great thing about this is we can hit this head on and solve both problems at once. So there's a saying, give a man a fish, feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime. And there's been a book written about this, and I read the book, and it is all about capacity building in your team. So often though, I think we maybe get too busy to think this through, and that urgent things and important things rise to the surface, and as business owners we say, I'll just do it again because I'm better at it than they are and I'm faster at it than they are, and so I'll just do it all myself. I'm going to tell you that that is really costing you. What is the cost? And it's hard to quantify, right? Because you say, is it really costing me something, Nicole? I don't know about that. I got it done. I got it done on time. I got it done on budget, and the customer was happy. What is the cost? The cost is this. It's an opportunity cost. It's the cost of you using your skills, the things that make you special and unique and valuable as a business owner. You're foregoing the opportunity to do that when you start doing the work of your team members or not allowing your team members to grow in their own individual capacity. So I'm going to teach you that I think really got my mindset to shift around this, built capacity for my company, for the dealership, started to bring out the best in others, and really made me think. And it was this. I slowed everything down that I was doing. When I was in first year of university, one of my courses was we had to write down every single thing we did in a day and analyze how we used our time. I took that idea of that assignment and I translated it into the business environment. And I started to really think about what are the activities, how am I spending my time, and am I making wise choices? What is the opportunity cost here? What are the things I could delegate today? What are the things I could train for tomorrow? go and what are the few things, and honestly, it is just a few things that I have to do myself. So how do you do this? How do you implement this on a daily basis? You stop every single time someone asks you to do something. You stop and you ask yourself, is this something I need to do, or is this something someone else could do? And if it's something that someone else could do, you get them to do it. Now, you're gonna get some interesting answers come up, so let's talk about what might come up. The first great thing that might come up is, no, I don't have to do that. In fact, Donna's sitting right here. She can do that this afternoon. She already knows how to do it, and she should do it. Amazing, simple, let's go. Now, the next thing that might come up is you say, do I have to do this? Or can someone else do it? And you say, well, you know what? Donna could do this, but she doesn't yet know how to do it. She doesn't have the skills. She doesn't have access to the software. She doesn't have the resources she needs to do, but she could do it in the future. I'm gonna write that down and I'm gonna put that on my list of priorities, that I'm going to get that software, I'm gonna get that training, I'm going to take the time to train Donna so that the next time that thing needs to be done, Donna is able to do it. Now, the other thing that might come up as you ask yourself this question throughout the course of a given day or week, and this is something I will practice for a week at a time. If I'm feeling overwhelmed, if I feel like I'm doing too much heavy lifting, if I feel like I really need to work that muscle of delegation and prioritization, then this is something that I will put myself in the practice of doing for a considerable amount of time. If you do this and the answer is, I don't have anybody on my team to do this, but I don't want to do it, I'm not good at it, I don't like it, it's not a good use of my time. Okay, now we're going to build a long-term plan around how to build capacity in your organization to take that off your plate in a number of creative ways. And then the last category that happens, and I love this category, you ask yourself, is this something that I really need to do, or can I delegate it? And the answer is yes, I really need to do this thing. And that is amazing, because that's how you should be spending your time as a business owner. There are a few things. They're probably high payoff activities that you do need to do. And so when you answer yes to them, you do them. And that's fantastic. I hope this video has been helpful for you. I'm going to include a resource and some more information. So win back some of your time today. You can win back some of your time today. Take this simple practice of asking yourself this question. Build that muscle, ask yourself that question, and win back some of your time today.